The Gospel according to Mark, chapter 2, passage 4, grain picking on the Sabbath. One Sabbath, Jesus was walking through the grain fields, and his disciples, as they walked, began to pick some heads of grain. The Pharisees said to him, "Look, why are they doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath?" He answered, "Have you never read what David did when he and his companions were hungry and in need? In the days of Abiathar the high priest, he entered the house of God and ate the consecrated bread, which is lawful only for priests to eat. And he also gave some to his companions. Then he said to them, 'The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So, the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath.'" Let's look at this from the perspective of faith. In this passage, Jesus poses a question that goes beyond the traditional understanding of the Sabbath and the law. The Pharisees accuse his disciples of breaking the Sabbath by picking grain, but Jesus responds by pointing to the example of David, who, in hunger, broke the law by eating the consecrated bread, which was allowed only for priests. Jesus emphasizes that the law, including the Sabbath, was established not to limit people but to serve their needs. This changes our perspective on law and religious rules. They are not an end in themselves but are meant to serve human welfare and love. Jesus says that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, expressing a profound truth about God's plan. Rules are meant to be tools that help people live in harmony, not burdens that enslave them. Likewise, Jesus, by calling himself Lord of the Sabbath, indicates that he has authority over all religious norms because his mission is salvation and love, not the mere observance of rules. This passage invites us to reflect on our approach to religious and moral principles in our lives. Do we treat them with love, showing mercy to others, or do we fall into the trap of rigidly adhering to rules, forgetting their true essence? Jesus shows us that true observance of God's commandments is not only about formal ritual behavior but also about doing good, understanding, and being merciful towards others. Therefore, let's ask ourselves how we can reflect this attitude of mercy in our lives without losing sight of the true meaning of the principles that Jesus gives us. If you find joy in our conversations, feel free to share them with your friends.